Hello guys, DJ Bagpuss here and welcome to an exclusive Call of Duty World War II gameplay on my channel. This is taken from a team deathmatch on Gibraltar, one of the new maps that feature in Call of Duty World War II beta, which is live for everyone on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 who pre-ordered a copy of Call of Duty World War II. The beta kick-started on Thursday night and ends Monday evening, and I'm in this video basically going to be sharing my thoughts, feelings, positive, negative, just my general thoughts on World War II as you enjoy this gameplay. So to start off, we're using the inventory, we're using the STG-44 with Reflex Sight, Quick Draw and Grip, and the score streaks I've got on is Recon Aircraft, Care Package and Glide Bomb. Now this game was a strange game, shall we say. It's kind of the tale of three parts. As you see, I dive straight away from a grenade, which are the banes of my life on Call of Duty World War II. But yeah, it was the tale of three parts. I had an average start, an incredible middle, and just a horrendous end to the game, really. And as you can see from the title, I do go on a naughty little kill streak. But what do I think of Call of Duty World War II? And as you can see there, we're about to get our first kill of the game as we reverse around to the side, and boom, we get ourselves our first kill. But what do I think of Call of Duty World War II? It's pretty darn good, if we're being perfectly honest. Actually, it's spectacular, really, Call of Duty World War II. I think Sledgehammer Games have done themselves really well on this one, and the early signs are very, very positive and very, very exciting. Now, as you may or may not know, and if you've been with my channel for some time now, and you saw my video game episode on the DJ Bagpuss show, you'll know that my favourite Call of Duty, and probably my favourite video game of all time, was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, that had the help and participation of Sledgehammer Games, even though it was made by Infinity Ward. And that was probably the last COD that I was kind of addicted to. And this Call of Duty World War II, the beta, considering it came out Thursday night, and I've literally been playing all Thursday night, all day yesterday, and most of today, although I'm making this video for you guys right now, and I am addicted to Call of Duty World War II. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal game. And over the last couple of years, I've enjoyed the Call of Duty titles, but I've not really been addicted to a specific COD like I was with Modern Warfare 3. And I'm absolutely addicted to World War II. Like, it is just an incredible game. It has a mixture of fast pace and slow pace. You know, it is fast and slow. As you can tell, Gibraltar is quite an action-packed, fast map. You know, I'm quick on my feet, I'm constantly moving, I rarely stay in one position, and a kind of a tip for you guys is that I do like to reverse around the sides of the map, going through the middle, which I'm about to go through the middle right now here. I do go through the middle, and I got killed from a guy from behind, but I do like to stick around the sides of the map and kind of kill people from behind and try and be a little bit of a ninja in doing so. But there are kind of moments in the game where you are, and I got very lucky with killing that guy, but there are moments where you are still and you're basically like a statue where you're maybe sitting in one spot and you're defending an objective. But in games like this, particularly in TDM, I'm constantly moving. It's very, very fast paced. You've got to be quick on your toes. You've got to be thinking on your head, basically. And, you know, it is a game. And this map, particularly, you've got to be very, very quick in doing so. And this Call of Duty, particularly for World War II, it's a tough game. Like, you know, getting a kill streak, getting your score streak is tough, you know, and I'm certainly still getting used to Call of Duty World War II. I'm much better as I was on Thursday night, where I was pretty atrocious. I'm quite decent at World War II now, as I've played for it for a couple of days. But this is the part where we literally go on fire. So as you see, I go through the middle, and I don't really go through the middle of the map, but as you can see there, pick off one guy, and they come through both areas, get a second guy there, and then I move around again, get a third guy, a fourth guy is moving around, and I get him as well. And I start to do bits here, and round the middle, this is a dangerous place to go because enemies are spawning just behind that wall, and they're coming from multiple directions, so I'm constantly looking behind, looking round, and then I think to myself, right, I'm going to get a couple more kills. So I get very, very lucky that I spray through the wall, I get my care package, so I decide to literally just run. I get another guy there, and then I get all three of my score streaks, so I decide to venture back and go into a safe and secure area. The grenade almost gets me, which I would have been quite agitated about. But it's also quite a brutal game, Call of Duty World War II, if I'm being perfectly honest. the people that made this game, Sledgehammer Games, also made Dead Space, the Dead Space series. That was an EA game, but Sledgehammer Games, the people that work at Sledgehammer Games, made Dead Space. And it certainly, when you knife people and when grenades come in flying in left, right, and centre, you do get absolutely and like ripped apart. And we're on a 10 kill streak right now, and the brutality of it is, it's quite extreme really, and I like that, because World War II was brutal, was extreme, and they've captured that, and they've captured the feeling and the aesthetics of what World War II was. Aesthetically, the game looks absolutely beautiful, and they've been quite accurate and realistic with the guns, the score streak, and the layout of what the game looks like feels very much like a World War II game. And Call of Duty returning to its boots on the ground, and it definitely feels like that, and it feels like you're in the Second World War fighting for your comrades, and it's just an absolutely incredible game, really. And it looks great, it feels great. The guns, the sound of the guns when you're shooting, they sound really, really good, and the realism, the accuracy, the aggressiveness, the brutality, all kind of mixed together to create a really, really good Call of Duty. And what we're going to get with zombies and the single player campaign, and if this is what multiplayer is going to feel like with the finished product, then this is going to be a very, very good Call of Duty. And another thing, these LMGs that are scattered around the map, that are mounted on walls, they're brilliant, particularly like if you've got 4 or 5 enemies ahead of you. The chance of you taking all 5 of them down with your gun is quite rare. Get on an LMG and just spray and pray for days. And I've got quite a few kills using the LMG. The negatives of the game, the only real negative that I found from playing the beta so far, well, there's 2 really. The first one is that guns are very inconsistent. As you can see there, earlier in the game, I went on an absolute mad one, like with the STG right now, just shooting and spraying and getting lots and lots of kills. But as you'll see coming up on what you might have seen actually before, right at the start of the game, and this is why I switched to the Type 100, that the guns are very inconsistent. You might win one gunfight, and you might go on a mad runner where you win 5, 6 gunfights, and maybe even some gunfights that you shouldn't have really won, but you still win anyway. But what I find is that they are very inconsistent. Like, you might win 8 gunfights in a row, but then you'll lose another 8. And like see here, the Type 100 is doing bits for me. I've got the FMJ, Rapid Fire, and Red Dot on it. But you'll see a couple of my deaths, and this is where we go on a bit of a horrendous run. How I didn't kill that guy is beyond me. And you'll have a lot of those in Call of Duty World War II where you'll be spraying at a guy, he'll sponge all of your bullets, and he'll kill you. Like, how is he not dead? I don't know. I'll switch back to the SDG 44. So inconsistent guns is the first real one, and that's always been a case in Call of Duty. Like, you'll win one gunfight and you might lose the other, but the guns are really inconsistent. They'll work wonders for you one time, and then they'll do absolutely nothing for you another. And it's strange. It is very, very strange the way that they kind of contrast, and the way that they are very, very inconsistent. And that is something that hopefully Sledgehammer Games will look at and resolve, because how a gun can do bits for you one time and then you keep getting killed the other is very, very strange, particularly if you're like using the same gun. I mean, I've had instances where we're using the exact same gun, I've gone from behind him, sprayed into him, he's turned around and hit me with one shot and died. And I mean, I am not really a victim at this, because there's been moments in the game where I've kind of been very lucky to stay alive, but it is very, very kind of inconsistency that can send games into astronomical levels of just raging, basically. And the second one is grenades. Like, they are so overpowered. They really need to nerf these grenades, because they kill you so many times. And I find it quite funny how when I use grenades, they never kill anyone, or they rarely kill people, and then every time someone throws a grenade, I always die. They are very, very overpowered, and they cause you so many problems. The game's about to end there. We do end up lose this game, and I do go on a little bit of a death streak. As you can see there, I'm just getting absolutely battered, and I think we end on 20-18. But yeah, the grenades and the guns are just inconsistency of the guns, the grenades being too overpowered. But other than that, the Call of Duty World War II beta is beautiful. And that is going to be the end of the video, so I hope you've enjoyed me discussing my thoughts on World War II and the gameplay. And if you have, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, tell me your thoughts on World War II as well down in the comment section below. And this is DJ Bagpuss signing out, and I shall speak to you all soon. Take care. See you later.